Okay, hi. And
Hello.
how you've made the Sudden Darkness back in time?
Yeah, Sudden Darkness really was my very first band at all. I grew up with hard rock and heavy metal. I was a huge Kiss fan. Then I saw Kiss live. Iron Maiden was the support with Paul Di'Anno, and this really changed my life. My father is also a drummer, and so I tried to make a heavy metal band. We had some attempt, I think in '83, with a band called Reptile, and then I joined Sudden Darkness, which really was a hard rock band back then. With we played simple and easy hard rock. After some lineup changes, we went more and more into speed and thrash metal. Yeah, and someday we had our very first show, which really starts strange because our singer fell off the stage and broke his knee. I don't know the word for the thing here in the knee, but it was broken 15 times. He ended up singing the show sitting in a chair, and then he went to the hospital.
And what's going on with the Realize of Sudden Darkness album?
Yeah, it was. We made a couple of demo tapes, and Gamma Records were pretty successful back then with Necronomicon, Vectorm, Darkness, and even the owners didn't like that kind of music. They knew that they can make money out of it. They were more into hard rock and regular heavy metal. Yeah, and they offered us a deal after we sent the demo tape to them. We went to their office. I was 16 years old back then. They offered us a deal. My father was signing the deal because I was not old enough. Yeah, and then they brought us to the famous studio, Zuckerfabrik in Stuttgart, where all the later Gamma bands have recorded. It was a rock studio and folk studio, but the guy was meanwhile used to do heavy metal. Yeah, and then we recorded our first record. It was strange. We had no click track. We had no idea how to record a record, but yeah, this is why it sounds so extremely rough. Maybe some people will even more like it today than back then. I'm sure we wouldn't have got many good reviews if it was released back then. Yeah, we had some parties because we were young, and I think you want to know about two things. When we recorded the album, we needed a 24 master tape.
Yes.
And they don't have much money back then. And I know that we used the tape from a Stormwitch record, so it was deleted by us.
Yes.
Nobody ever could think that Stormwitch will be famous or underground cult years later. And the other thing was that after a party with some homemade wine for my grandfather, which I took with me into the studio, I had to puke, and I puked on the tape from one of the SDI records.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that the re-release was made, but a remix wouldn't be possible, I think. Yeah, then Gamma stopped releasing records. They always told us, your record will be out in 2 weeks. We got 12 white pressings, test pressings of the album, that's all, and it was never released. But we went on with the band, and years later now people started, I think 4 or 5 years ago, some collectors, they heard about it because I told, I think Andy Preisig, he's a guy from Germany, that there's a metal release on Gamma with just 12 copies, so he went crazy. And since then I get mails once a month, could you sell one of your copies, but I will never do it. I just have 2, and it was my very first recording, so even for 10,000 euros I wouldn't sell it.
And where do you find the inspiration of your music, of your lyrics, back in time now?
The lyrics they are really rough. The English is really sucks in it. It was the time when we started with the usual satanic stuff, but it was more social back then. You remember all the record covers from Toxic with and things like that. We had one song about the thing happened in Rammstein when the plane crash was and many people died, and we sung about the nature and global warming and things like that, but in a very naive way when I listen to it now. The musical inspiration, we always had the newest metal releases, and after Metallica and all this beat stuff from the USA, we wanted to go in this direction. This is exactly what we try to do here.
And who invented the name Sudden Darkness?
It was there, I don't know. Like I said, when I joined the band, it was a local hard rock band. I can't say why. Maybe the energy, somebody switched off the light or something like this. I can't say why Sudden Darkness, but it sounded okay, and maybe that's why it's a strange name, I know.
And why the band split?
The band never split. It split, of course, back in 1995, but we still went on with Sudden Darkness, and there was a name change into Economist one day. Mm-hmm. But in fact, the bass player and me, we were always in the same lineup. We get new members. We get the first melodic singer in 1989. Axel was his name. And Roger, who is now playing in Savage Grace and Roxxcalibur with me. He was the second guitar player first, and when the main guitar player, Volker, left the band, he never did any music since then again. We started getting a little bit different musically, but it still was the same band in a common sense.
And what's going on with your second band, the other band, Viron?
Yeah, we started in 2004 to do some really classic heavy metal, power metal, speed metal. And after the release of our first album, it really looks great to us. The album was New Wave of German Heavy Metal, the name of the album. We did a second CD. Strange enough, I think it was way better than the first one, but the underground fans didn't like it too much, and then there came Roxxcalibur. We had to spend a lot of time with the band Roxxcalibur, and there was Roger and me and our singer in the same lineup then in Viron. And now with the addition of Savage Grace and some stuff we will do in 2011 when we will join another US band, at least two of us, there was simply no time anymore for Viron. Too bad.
Okay. And the songs you like to cover are your favorite songs to cover?
Yeah. Which we did, or which I like to do?
You like?
We already did one of my favorites with Viron, Dreams of Ashketon from Manila Road. We did it for a Manila Road tribute CD. Mm-hmm. We also did Explorers Run for Tomorrow. We played it in the old Viron days. Well, there are so many. With Roxxcalibur, we cover just favorites of mine. So I'm in a happy situation that I don't have to think about it too much. But there are really some cool stuff from the 70s which you can now arrange into a more heavy metal vein. Maybe we will do this with another project very soon. There is a band called Dust. They made a song called From a Dry Camel, which was 1970. If you would do it more doom metal, it would be a real killer. This is just one of many things, yeah.
Okay. And that's the place you can tell something special to the readers of our forum Metal Hanger 18th and to your fans in Bulgaria, your motto or something else.
Oh, okay. Let me say that I'm for the first time in Bulgaria. All I knew about this country was that that parties are really good here, because the wife of a friend of mine is from Bulgaria, and they married here in this country. It was 4 days. Yeah, and this is exactly what I find here. Just nice people, real metalheads. They know about heavy metal, and yeah, it's amazing. I really like it. I would say a motto. Yeah, don't forget the 70s. This is my motto since a few years. When I go back in time, when I was exploring the new wave of British heavy metal, I started with it about 10 years ago, more in depth. I noticed that I like the stuff from the late 70s, like early Samson and things like Bleak House or James and Raid. And I got interested in what was in 1975, what was in 1970, and I really found so many great bands. There was also an underground, if you can say it like this. Yeah, and you should check it out, because when you also listen to 70s stuff, you have the whole range of heavy metal, because it was very necessary what happens back then, and not just the Purple, Black Sabbath or Led Zeppelin. There's so much more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.